Welcome to Switched On Schoolhouse, a CD-ROM-based homeschool curriculum from Alpha Omega Publications. In Switched On Schoolhouse 5th grade history and geography, students study U.S. history, with units like Exploring the New World, 13 colonies become a new nation, the United States becomes a world leader, our southern neighbors, Canada, our northern neighbor, and much more. Now let's take a look at a 5th grade history and geography lesson to see how concepts like these are covered. In a unit entitled Exploring the New World, let's look at a lesson called Early Settlements. Most Switched On Schoolhouse lessons begin with a brief introduction and a list of objectives for the lesson. These objectives help students stay focused on important lesson content and provide parents with an effective way to measure mastery of lesson content. At the beginning of most lessons, your students will also encounter a list of vocabulary words that will be used throughout the lesson. We've included several activities to encourage mastery of these important words. For example, students can hear the correct pronunciation of each word.
Pilgrims, separatists.
In addition, the vocabulary arcade games encourage mastery of the vocabulary words by providing practice in the correct spelling of each word and in matching each word with its definition. Let's look at a sample. Flashcards allow students to easily review the words and their definitions. After this introductory material, your students then move independently through the lesson, reading the text-based instruction and utilizing the multimedia features that have been provided. Web-enabled links allow students to safely use the Internet to locate carefully chosen supplements to course content. After completing the first section of lesson text, the student can continue on to the next section of the lesson, reading the text and utilizing the included multimedia. As students study, it's important that they understand that what they're learning fits into a timeline of history. Any linked date or major event within the text of the lesson provides access to an interactive timeline. The timeline provides information about great civilizations, historical eras, significant events, and persons from history. Many lessons include small instructional videos, sometimes called tiny tutors. The teachers featured in these small video clips provide special instructions, additional information, and important tips for students.
Just about a year later, a shipload of English families arrived, and Squanto went to meet them, greeting the startled pilgrims in English. According to the diary of Pilgrim Governor William Bradford, Squanto became a special instrument sent of God for our good. He showed us how to plant our corn, where to take fish, and to procure other commodities. He was also our pilot to bring us to unknown places for our profit, and never left us till he died. Squanto's story reminds me of the biblical story of Joseph, who was also sold into slavery, and whom God also used as a special instrument for good.
All scripture passages quoted within a lesson are highlighted in blue. Parents may select to utilize either the King James Version or New American Standard versions of the Bible. At the end of the lesson, the student is presented with a series of questions that provide a review of lesson content.
Correct.
Questions are presented in a variety of formats, including matching, fill in the blank, true and false, sequencing, multiple choice, multiple select, click and place, essay questions, and many more.
Correct.
85 to 90% of student work is graded instantly by the program. Answers are automatically saved as the student works through the questions, and immediate feedback is given after each question has been answered.
Nice job.
If a parent has set the program to allow for multiple attempts, students will be looped back through the lesson to answer questions that were marked wrong on the first attempt. The lesson is complete when all questions have been answered correctly, or when the student has exhausted his allowed attempts on each question. The student can then return to the home page to continue through the rest of his daily assignments.